Brother, one of the hardest truths most men realize far too late is that attraction and love are not the same thing. Growing up, men are conditioned to believe that if a woman is drawn to them, if she laughs at their jokes, gives attention, and chooses to spend time, then love must already be present. But attraction is temporary. It's emotional, reactive, and highly situational. It can ignite from something as small as a confident look or a moment of strong masculine energy. Love, on the other hand, runs much deeper. It develops slowly, anchored in respect, admiration, and emotional grounding. The real tragedy is how many men mistake short-term attraction for something permanent. They pour their emotions, time, and identity into a woman who was only passing through a phase of desire. When that attraction fades, as it often does, they're left broken, confused, and blindsided. They wonder how something that felt so real vanished overnight. The answer is painful but simple. It wasn't love, it was attraction. And until a man understands the difference, he will keep losing himself in relationships that were never meant to endure. Another harsh realization men come to late is that women are drawn not to what you give, but to who you are while giving it. A man can overwhelm a woman with gifts, attention, affection, and constant availability. But if those things come from insecurity, from a need to earn approval or buy affection, they repel rather than attract. Meanwhile, another man may offer very little. His presence in controlled moments, his attention in measured doses, his words carefully chosen. And those things carry immense weight because they come from confidence and inner strength. Women don't fall in love with generosity itself. They fall in love with the man behind it. If she senses that your giving is an attempt to hold on to her, respect erodes. But if she feels that your giving comes from abundance, that you don't need her but choose her, its value multiplies. Many men only learn this after heartbreak, realizing that giving everything too soon doesn't create devotion. It teaches her to devalue them. A brutal lesson men often learn after emotional loss is that women don't value consistency the way men do. Men think logically, show up daily, stay loyal, be kind, remain dependable, and love should grow steadily. But female attraction doesn't function that way. Women crave emotional movement, tension and release, mystery, unpredictability. When a man becomes too predictable, too available, too steady, she doesn't feel secure. She feels bored. That's why she's often pulled back toward the man who confuses her, challenges her, and makes her question where she stands. Men discover too late that simply being there isn't enough. There must be mystery, controlled scarcity, and emotional unpredictability. Without that edge, attraction fades. The man who gave her everything watches her chase the man who gave her just enough. Men also realize late that women respect boundaries far more than sacrifice. Society teaches men to prove love through selflessness, to bend, compromise, and put her needs first. But every time a man abandons his boundaries, compromises his values, or suppresses his needs to please her, attraction quietly dies. It's counterintuitive, but real. The sacrifices meant to win her respect often destroy it. She may appreciate your effort in the moment, but deep down she doesn't admire a man who gives himself away without resistance. She admires a man who knows his worth, protects his standards, and is willing to walk away rather than beg. Boundaries are the oxygen of attraction. Without them, a man suffocates in neediness, and she eventually leaves. Perhaps the most painful realization is that women don't fall in love with men they pity. A man may believe that exposing all his fears, pain, and insecurities will deepen emotional bonding, but women are not wired to desire a man they see as broken. They may comfort him, support him, care for him like a friend or even a child, but desire and respect fade. The moment pity replaces attraction, the dynamic changes permanently. Romance becomes caretaking. Desire turns into concern. The man wonders why her touch feels colder, why her eyes no longer light up. It's because he no longer represents strength in her mind. He's become another emotional weight she must carry. Another truth men learn too late is that women test men not to hurt them, but to confirm their strength. These tests show up as mood swings, emotional challenges, or unreasonable demands. To a man's logical mind, it feels unfair or manipulative. But psychologically, she's asking one question. Can this man hold steady when my emotions rise? If he pleads, over-apologizes, becomes defensive, or collapses emotionally, she registers weakness. But if he remains calm, grounded, and firm in his frame, she feels both safety and attraction. Men often only understand this after losing a woman they bent over backward for. Her tests weren't cruelty, they were her search for masculine stability. Men also discover late that silence often carries more power than explanation. Men believe that reasoning, clarifying, and defending themselves will fix attraction, but words rarely restore desire. In fact, excessive explaining often weakens a man's position. Long messages, emotional pleas, and endless justification signal that she has emotional control over him. Meanwhile, silence, calm, detached absence, creates space. Space allows her imagination to work, and her imagination is far more powerful than your logic. Men usually learn this only after exhausting themselves trying to fix things with words, only to watch her grow colder. Then they realize that restraint would have preserved respect where explanation destroyed it. Another painful truth is that women don't reward good intentions, they respond to strength. A man may genuinely love her, mean well, and act with pure intentions. But women don't feel intentions, they feel energy. If kindness is paired with neediness, it registers as weakness. Meanwhile, a man with questionable intentions but strong presence can ignite intense emotions. This is why so many nice guys feel betrayed and confused. They believe kindness should earn love. But without strength behind it, kindness isn't respected. Men learn too late that goodness without power is invisible. Men also learn late that women live in emotion, not facts. Men argue reality, loyalty, effort, consistency. But women measure relationships by how they feel in the present moment. A man can be perfect on paper and still be abandoned if she no longer feels excitement, desire, or safety. That's why men are blindsided when women leave after years of stability. Logic can't negotiate attraction. You can't argue her back into love. Feelings must be created, or she'll seek them elsewhere. Eventually, men face the hardest truth. Women never truly belong to you. They stay where they feel the strongest emotional pull. Commitment, promises, even marriage don't override emotional reality. When the pull disappears, attachment fades. Men who learn this late cling and beg. Men who learn it early understand that the only way to keep her is never to grip, only to remain gravity. Women stay with men they can't replace, not men who try to trap them. Men also learn too late that women watch actions under pressure, not words. You can claim strength, independence, and composure, but she will test it. Withdrawal, jealousy, criticism, these are moments of verification. One emotional collapse can undo months of perceived strength. Women don't listen to speeches, they observe composure. Another late realization is that women crave mystery, not certainty. Overexposure kills desire. When a man reveals everything too fast, his plans, fears, insecurities, he removes tension. Mystery isn't deception, it's depth. A woman wants to feel there's always more to uncover. Men often realize only after losing her that attraction died not from familiarity, but from over-availability. Men also learn late that attention is not affection. Constant texting and validation dilute value. Scarce, intentional attention carries weight. Abundant attention becomes background noise. Men learn this after flooding women with availability and watching them drift toward men who offer less but mean more. Another hard truth is that comfort often turns into boredom. Stability alone isn't enough. Women need emotional energy. When that fades, they unconsciously create chaos just to feel something. Men are blindsided, thinking love vanished, when in reality, excitement did. Finally, men learn too late that women choose how you make them feel over everything you've done. Sacrifice doesn't guarantee loyalty. Presence, polarity, and masculine energy do. When those fade, history doesn't save you. Women don't miss who you were. They miss how they felt with you at your strongest. And if you want to become unforgettable, not by chasing, but by standing firmly in your strength, you must rebuild that presence. Because women don't return for memories. They return for emotions, and emotions always follow strength.